Yo soy un científico, tú eres un científico. Welcome to the Bottomland Forest. So today we're going to learn about how water moves in the Bottomland Forest and how the soil interacts with the water. So we have here a model of the Bottomland Forest, and so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to read the car, and we have a picture of the Bottomland Forest here, and let's read the car. So get your cars out and let's read them. The name of this flume is the Bottomland Forest. This flume holds soil from the Bottomland Forest at Congaree National Park. Big trees, vines, and plants grow here. Pretend the plastic on the top of the flume is plant roots that hold the soil in place. So we have here, this is a plastic that represents the roots, and we have here humus. And this humus look different from other humus around here because it's been sitting here for a long time. And so it's a little decomposed and it looks like mushy and it's wet. And also, even though you might not see up close, but we do have some little particles of leaves and plants in here. So let's look at our experiment sheet and let's answer some of the questions. So get ready to write and circle. So the first question is, circle the flume name. So we talked about the flume name at the beginning. So I'm gonna circle, and you circle your data sheet. Write at least two descriptions of the soil. Think about how would you describe it, and I will write it down. What type of soil is this? So circle what you think. So we're going to read the instructions now. Measure half a pitcher of rain. Do not add anything to the flume. Think, how does this soil help keep the bottomland wet? So we have a pitcher and we're going to use it to represent rain. So I have a bucket of water and I'm going to fill it up. And so I'm going to pour the water and it's going to go down the flume. And so as this happens, I want you to think, what's going on? Is the water going to be going fast, or is it going slow? What's going to happen? Is it going to get absorbed by the soil, or is it just going to go run through? Also think about what's happening. Is there going to be erosion? Remember erosion, deposition, all those things that we talked about earlier. So think about that as I pour the water and it goes down the flume. So what do you think is happening here? Let's look at the bucket at the bottom. So this is a rain catcher, and do you see any water in here? There's no water. Well, there's a little bit of water. So all the water that we poured down the flume, it didn't make it down here. So why is that? So what happened is that we talked about this being humus, and this is a different type of humus. So it's not like the humus that we see around here where you see leaves and pine cones. This humus has been here for a long time, sitting here. So it's decomposed, it's rotten. And when the water comes through it, it acts as a sponge. So it's holding all the water. So it's not letting it go through all the way down there. And then the roots, which is represented here as the plastic mesh that you see here, it's holding the soil. So the same thing happens in the Bottomland Forest. the humus that you find in the bottomland forest, when the water goes down through it, it absorbs it as a sponge, and it doesn't move because the roots of the plants and the trees that are around the bottomland forest are holding the soil down. So since we didn't have any water down here, we have a sample water of what you will get once the water makes it through down the flume. And you can see this water is has a color. So let's look at our sheet and answer the questions about the experiment. Did the water soak into the soil? So circle yes or no. What was the speed of the water? Circle your answer. Circle the water that describes the quality of the water. And remember, we have a sample here, so that can help you. Is it clear or is it cloudy? Does it have chunks in it? Or what color is it? Circle the process that you saw in the flume. So as the water was coming down here, did we see any erosion, deposition, or weathering? Circle what you think happened. Did people did something to the habitat here? So circle your answer. So is the habitat polluted or natural? What do you think? So you might think that it's polluted because it has a color. But remember, when something is polluted, it's because humans did something to it, right? But here we didn't do anything to it, so it's not polluted. Would you drink this water? I wouldn't drink it, but the animals here at Congaree might drink it, because even though it looks this color, and we actually call this black water habitat. Even though we have this black water habitat, and we think it's not clear and humans cannot drink it, but it actually has a lot of nutrients. So as the water was coming down the flume, it was absorbing a lot of nutrients from the humus. And so this water has a lot of nutrients. And so animals that live around here, like frogs and snakes and all the animals that you can think of that live here, drink this water, and for them it's healthy because that's the water that they find in their habitat. For us, it's not so good, but we have something similar. So think about tea. So I have a tea bag right here, and it's kind of like the same thing. This tea bag is full of leaves that are good for humans, and when we want tea, we soak the tea bag in a water, and then the water absorbs all the nutrients that this tea bag has, the leaves in the tea bag. So the same thing happened here. And this type of water, you don't only find it in Congaree, but you also find it all over the world. You can find it in the Amazon River. You can find it in the Congo River in Africa. And it's good for all the animals that live in those environments. And they just drinking the water that is in their habitat.